So again, it still comes back to men have placed more importance upon themselves than they do society at large. And they have forced a dependency upon them. And if they don't get their way, they become destructive. Okay? So, like in the cases where, these guys, they don't feel like they have access to vagina, right? That they will, commit incest in their own homes. Right? And, they'll abuse their power that, okay, well, if you want a job, I don't know how many times growing up I was told by men, and that was my manager or my supervisor, oh, you're looking for advancement? Well, what makes you so special? I'm like, well, I'm intelligent. You see, I did my work right. I'm dependable. I have good energy. And they were like, no. Right? No. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, I had one manager who rubbed up against me, talking about, don't worry, you'll like it. And I'm like, what you're doing is sexual harassment. And he was alarmed, by the language that I took, and knew from that point on, because I had knowledge of the law, that he felt threatened, right? And that's when, he started sabotaging my work, making friendships strategically to get people to like him, right? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy has big D energy, of course, yeah. But look how he's living, right? He's living, he talks about, he has a child with a woman that lives in the projects on HUD, boasting that, he only has to pay $50 a month, and yet, it was like people didn't want to look at his persona, his character, objectively. And I was like, well, if you're not going to look objectively, we're all lost. I'm feeling a little sore today. I did my lightweight exercises. So that's not a problem. But I can say my energy level is low. Come on, let's go walk on the street. And we do that all the time, and you can see it, right? Oh, he's such a great football player, you know, and they'll equate, you know, his football playing and the fact that he generates money as an asset to the world, when behind the scenes, you know, they're involved in all kinds of corruption, from prostitution to pedophilia to drugs, alcohol, porn, you name it, right? We see that with a lot of musicians, where behind the scenes, you know, directly or indirectly, you know, a popular musician, you know, will have all of these parties, you name it, behind the scenes. Okay? So the question is, why do we let it happen? Right? We let it happen because we're like, well, it's making us money. Right? We need money, you know, to survive. Or you know, my child needs an operation, or the list goes on and on and on about our needs, right? And even though we, generally speaking, know that not all money is good money, right? But then, you know, when it's in front of you and you feel like it might be a once in a lifetime opportunity and that you have to grab it and grab it fast, right? Then hindsight, you'll start to realize that you shouldn't have grabbed that quick money. You shouldn't have did it. And you will say that you're sorry and that you didn't know, right? Which is weird, because we've all been warned that will be our excuse. I didn't know. right? Where Jesus is like, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, right? But let's keep it real, right? A lot of those people, they were uneducated, right? They didn't have access to information the way that we do. And I know you're like, oh, surely they did, surely they did. No, they didn't have access to applications, systems, formulas where they can actually work out on paper or on a computer system their plan and actually, see the results, right? And then you'll have some people who are like, oh, life is nothing but a simulation, right? And we're all living in an artificial world. And we're just thought processes of a larger entity or being. Okay? And it's like, well, that would be nice if you really believed that. Because if you really believe that, then you would really believe that you're so small and inconsequential. But to tell some people that, they're like, I'll show you, right? I'll be infamous if I can't be famous. Right? Negative attention is just as good as positive attention. And it's like, really? Wow. Right? We know what you're going to have on your spiritual resume. So anyway, today was just going to be just getting out, getting some fresh air. My dog loved all of the different pea mail. She loves it. Look at her. She's like, oh, this is so great. But, she's ready to stop too. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now. Thank you for watching Cherie's Weight Loss Journey. Bye. So, in conclusion, the bottom line is, let's help the victims, right? Let's help the alphabet community come out with the real story instead of having them feel like, they're branded to live a certain type of lifestyle. We want to hear their story. We want to be there for them. And we want to also remove these predations against them. But we need their help. Okay? Bye.